Your old pal Hondo doing another video for you on another product. Now, I've been using this stuff for years, so I can give you my honest opinion about this stuff. This stuff was made back in the 90s, back in the day, and it's still being made and used in all applications. Back in the old days, Real Magic was promoted as a anti-seizing spray for reels, but for some reason now they're saying it's for casting. But back in the old days, it used to be for basically keeping your reel from being seized from excessive use in salt water or fresh water, because most people don't clean their reels because they're lazy. I recommend you to clean your reels. Learn how to take your reels apart and clean them before you use something like this. Now, I will give you the good, bad, and the ugly on this product and what I think about it, honestly, and what I use it for. Now, the applications I like to use this for is if I'm getting lazy and I didn't want to clean my reel in saltwater fishing, and I didn't want to feel like taking apart my reel all the time, and if I was using my reel in saltwater a lot, I would like to spray this on my reel to keep it from being seized. I really never had a use for it in freshwater at all, because, you know, freshwater really doesn't do a lot of damage to your reel. But in saltwater, I've used this stuff a lot. I would take this fishing with me all the time when I lived in Florida as a kid, and I would spray my reels down a lot if I was using them excessively in saltwater fishing. And another application I find that this really works for now, the whole casting part, not so much monofilament, because as y'all know, monofilament has a lot of memory in the line and it casts fairly well, and I hardly ever need to use stuff like this on monofilament. But for a stiffer line like maybe fluorocarbon, I found that this stuff works really good with fluorocarbon on bait casters and on spinning reels. When you spray this stuff on fluorocarbon, it does rehydrate fluorocarbon, and that's where I think this might come in handy for most fishermen. Maybe not braid, because braid, you don't need to spray anything on braid. You may ruin your braid if you spray this on braid. So but I do get a lot of luck using this on fluorocarbon, because if you've ever used fluorocarbon on a spinning reel or a bait caster, sometimes it will basically get a lot of line twist and a lot of breakage, because you have to rehydrate fluorocarbon a lot in order for it to work properly. Now, I noticed that when I spray this on fluorocarbon, I do get better casts with it, way better than I do with monofilament. Some people will spray this on monofilament as well, but I don't think you have a need to spray this stuff on monofilament. It's also good as a reel cleaner as well. If you run out of WD-40 to clean the gears in your reel, when you maintenance your reel, this stuff works exceedingly well for that as well. Also, I like using it on my bait caster. Sometimes when my bait caster gets a little stiff from using it in salt water, you spray this stuff on your bait caster, it loosens it up. But I recommend you folks, if you're using your spinning reels and your bait casters in salt water, take the whole reel off of the rod and dunk it in a bucket and pull it out and let it sit out to dry, and then spray this stuff on it to keep it from basically destroying and corroding your bait casters or your spinning reels. I do love this product. I think it's a great product. It does have its uses, and it does work in every application that it says, besides maybe monofilament. I've never really had any need for it with monofilament at all. I think it works better with fluorocarbon than mono, but that's just my opinion on it. But it does work. It does help lubricate and cast your line. It does help unseize your reel if it's been heavily corroded. I've never had a use for this though. I mean, freshwater, so you really don't need it in freshwater so much, but it does work good if you're using this on maybe fluorocarbon in freshwater. So you can spray that on your line or your reel spool or whatever you want to do with it. Other than that, I had really no use for this if I'm using monofilament. But I do have a lot of use for it though when I'm using fluorocarbon in salt water or fresh water. That's where I think this stuff really shines, is with fluorocarbon. And maybe if your reel's like really seized up and you're using it for saltwater fishing, you spray this stuff on your reel, and I guarantee it'll loosen your reel up real quick. But you know, if your reel is a little bit stuck and it feels like it's hard to crank over, that means you're gonna have to clean your reel. Okay folks, hope you all like my my own little honest opinion about this product. I recommend it. It's a great product. Get it. It works for some things and it don't work for other things that it's promoted to do, but it does work. Okay folks, if you like this quick video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you think of this video. And it's been your old pal Hondo from Hillbilly Tactical. God loves you, and so does Hondo. Bye bye.